Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 10 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 10 and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter right triangles. Okay, here I am on grade 10 math. The chapter we're working on is right triangles. Let's just start with the lesson right triangles. So basically we're going to see how do we solve the right triangles. Okay. Okay, so here we are given with a triangle, right triangle. We have to find the perimeter of the triangle, right? We are given two of the sides. We need to find the other one. For the perimeter, we know we have to add all the side lengths, right? So we need to find the third side. So for the third side, whenever we need to solve the right angle triangle, we can use the Pythagorean theorem, right? So just apply the Pythagorean theorem and find the missing side length. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay. From a train station, one head north and other heads east. Sometimes later, the northbound train has traveled 15 miles and the eastbound train has traveled 20 miles. How far apart are the two trains measured in a straight line, right? So you're given uh, these are the, one of the train covers 20 miles and the other train covers the 15 miles. You have to calculate the distance, right? They have to calculate. So that is a right angle triangle, right? You need to find the missing side by applying the Pythagorean theorem. The Pythagorean theorem is sum of squares of the other two sides is equal to sum of square of the hypotenuse. So you have x square equals 20 square plus 15 square. 20 square 115 square is 225. So 225 plus 400 equals 625 and square root 625 equals 25, right? That is 400 plus 225 that equals 625 and x square root both sides, so x equals 25. That means the distance how far apart the two trains measured in a straight line is the distance between the two trains is 25 miles. The correct option is 25, right? The correct option is 25 miles. Okay, a hummingbird's nest is 12 feet high on a tree, and a flower on the ground 35 feet away from the base of the tree. How far will the hummingbird need to fly to get from its nest to the flower, right? Okay, so nest is 12-meter high in a tree, right? And the flower is 35-meter away. How far will the hummingbird need to fly to get the from its nest to the flower? You need to find this distance, right? So you have to apply the Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem is sum of hypotenuse square is equal to sum of squares of the other two sides. So x square equals 12 square plus 35 square So 12 square is 144 and 25 square is 625. So 625 plus 144, that equals 780. And let's see, square root 780 equals, no, that 35 square is not 625. That is 1225. And 1225 plus 144 is 1369, and square root 1369 equals 37. That means the missing side length equal 37. Got it? X equals 37. Got it? So the correct option is X equals 37. Basically, you need to understand the question and then you have to make a diagram. That must be a right angle triangle, right? And then you have to see which side you have to calculate. Okay, the next one is two boats leave the same marina. One heads north and the other heads east. After some time, the northbound had traveled some 21 kilometer and the eastbound boat has traveled 72 kilometer. How far apart are these two boats? Okay, so one of the travel 21 kilometer and the other one travels 72 kilometer. You have to find the distance, right? So that is x square equals 21 square plus 72 square. 21 square is 441 and 72 square is 5184. Just add 5184 plus 441, that is 5625, right? And then square root both sides. So that equals 75. That means the distance is two boats. The distance between two boats is 75, right? X equals 75. The distance between boats is 75. Got it? The correct option is 75. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is converse of Pythagorean theorem. Okay, a triangle has side lengths 5 inches, 12 inches, and 13 inches. Is it a right triangle? That is basically the converse. You have to prove if the given triangle is a right angle triangle, right? How do we prove? We are given the measurements of the triangle. We have to apply the Pythagorean theorem of the given measurements, and if both sides of the equality is exactly same, that means that is the right angle triangle. For example, the first one is a triangle has sides with length 5, 12, and 13 inches, right? The largest side length is always the hypotenuse. So you need to do 13 square equals 12 square plus 5 square. So 12 square plus 5 square means 144 plus 25, that equals 169. And the other side is 13 square. 13 square is 169. So both sides are exactly same, right? That means that is a right angle triangle. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Our triangle has the side lengths 12 centimeter, 16 centimeter and 20 centimeter. Is it a right triangle? So whenever we are working on the right triangle, the largest side is always the hypotenuse, right? So this is the hypotenuse. That means the sum of the square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of square of the other two sides. That is basically the um, Pythagorean theorem. So see, both sides are exactly equal, right? That means the given triangle is a right triangle. So yes, the given triangle is a right triangle. Our triangle has the side length of 7 miles, 14 miles and 17 miles. Is it a right triangle? Okay, let's see. The largest one is the hypotenuse. So 17 square equals 14 square plus 7 square. 17 square is, I think, 289. Let me just confirm. 289. 14 square is 196 plus 49. They are not equal. 289 equal 196 plus 49, that is 245. So 289 is not equal to 245. That means this isn't the right angle triangle. Got it? That means this is not the right angle triangle. The correct option is no. Okay, the next one you have to do on your notebook, right? Okay, our triangle has sides with length of 12 meter, 17 meter and 20 meter. Is it a right triangle? Okay, 17 square is 289 and plus 144. No, they both sides are not equal, so this isn't the right angle triangle. The correct option is no. Got it? Okay, the next one is a triangle has sides with a length of 9 inches, 12 inches and 15 inches. Is it a triangle? No, this isn't a right triangle, right? 12 square is 144 and 81. Yes, that is a right triangle, right? Because 15 square is 225. So yes, that is a right triangle. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is Pythagorean inequality theorems. Let's just start with the lesson. Okay, these the sides of our triangle have length 3, 9 and 10. What kind of triangle it is, right? You are given the side lengths, you have to see if the triangle is right triangle, acute or obtuse, right? Basically, you have to apply the Pythagorean theorem. If the sum of both the sides are exactly equal, that means that is a right triangle, right? And if the squares of two sides is less than the square of hypotenuse, that means that is the obtuse triangle. Let's just start with the test question. Okay, the sides of the triangle have length 6 square, 6, 8 and 10. What kind of triangle is it? Okay, let's just solve, right? Okay, you have to do 10 square equals 8 square plus 6 square. You don't have to put equal, right? You need to see. 10 square is 100, 8 is 64 and 6 square is 36. 60 and 64 plus 36 is 100. So both sides are exactly equal, right? That means Pythagorean theorem hold. And if the Pythagorean theorem holds, that is a right triangle. So the correct option is right triangle it is. Got it? That is the right triangle. Okay, the next one is the sides of our triangle have the length 2, 10 and 10. What kind of triangle it is? Okay. So this is the 10 square is 100. 10 square is 100 plus 4, right? That is 100 and that is 104. So you can see this side is greater. The sum of the other two sides is greater than hypotenuse, right? That means 100 is less than 104. That is the acute triangle, right? That is the acute triangle, right? Okay, the next one is the sides of our triangle have the length 2, 5 and 6. What kind of triangle is it? Okay. 6 square equals, you don't need to put equal sign. 2 square plus 5 square, that is 36. 25 plus 4. So 36 is less than 29, right? If the square of the hypotenuse is less than the other side, that means that is the obtuse triangle. No, acute it is. That is the acute triangle. If the sum of hypotenuse is greater than the other sides, that is the acute. No, obtuse it is. Sorry, I'm a bit confused. That obtuse triangle. Okay, that is obtuse triangle. Okay, the next one is the sides of a triangle have lengths 3, 4 and 5. What kind of triangle it is? Okay, so 5 square, 4 square plus 3 square. That is 16 plus 9. both sides are exactly equal, right? That means that is the right triangle. The correct option is right. That is the right triangle. Okay, the sides of a triangle have length 3, 6 and 8. What kind of triangle is it? So you have to do 8 square, 3 square plus 6 square. 64, 36 plus 9. 46. 64 is greater than 46. That means that is the acute triangle. Got it? That is the acute triangle. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson, and the next lesson is special right triangles. Okay, find y. You are given the special triangle, right? That is 90, 60, 30 triangle. So use the length of the hypotenuse to find the length of the shorter leg. So when the triangle has the angles 30, 60 and 90, the hypotenuse is equal to 2 times the shorter length leg, right? Hypotenuse given is 14. So you have to do 2 times y, that means y is 7. The shorter leg is half of the hypotenuse, that would be then 7. Okay, find q. You have to find the q, that is 90, 60, 30 triangle. So when you have to calculate the side q, you have to use the equation that is longer length leg equals square root 3 times the shorter leg, right? You can calculate the length of the longer leg equals the square root 3 times the shorter leg, right? So that is q equals square root 10 times square root 3, right? That is 10 square root 3 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is find P, right? You have to calculate the P. So P is the shorter length. The shorter leg is 2 times the no hypotenuse equals 2 times the shorter leg, right? You are given the hypotenuse, that is 5 square root 2, and you need to calculate the length of the shorter leg. So you have to divide the 2 by other side, so that is shorter leg is 5 square root 2 over 2, right? Hold on, let me just see why the. That is hypotenuse equals square root 2 times the leg, right? So P equals square root 5. The correct option is P equals square root 5. Actually, this is the shorter leg. So for the leg, you have to do square root 2 times the hypotenuse. Okay, find W. You have to find hypotenuse, right? That is square root 3 times the leg, right? So that is 3 square root 3. The correct option is 3 square root 3. Got it? Why 3 square root 2? Hypotenuse equals square root 2 times the leg. So that is 3 square root 2. Find W, which is the correct option. That is 1. The correct option is 1. Got it? Okay, the next one is find G. G is the hypotenuse, so which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, it is 10. The correct option is 10. Okay, the next one is find W. So, which is the correct option? The correct option is 3. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So, we were working on grade 10 math. The chapter we're working on is right triangles. The lessons we have covered today are right triangles, converse of the Pythagorean theorem, Pythagorean inequality theorem, and special right triangles, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9. Or either you can join me in the interactive session. That would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10, right? So that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.